just reviewing some clients. No one check-in day, just reviewing a couple of things, keeping up with kind of where they at in their their caloric intake, what are they burning, make sure they're matching their goals and doing what they're supposed to do. I personally like to only train bodybuilding clients, people who are interested in bodybuilding at least, they've shown interest and they have an idea of wanting to do a show, because they're going to be much more dedicated, in my opinion. I think you run into an issue of a lot of people will end up ultimately, if they just come to you, if they want personal training, right? If you only do online coaching and you don't do in-person sessions with them, they're not going to train hard or train at all, really. They'll go in, they'll do some half-ass weight, just enough to get their heart rate kind of elevated, call it a day, go home, break a sweat, right? And then you can't be with them to hold their hand to make sure they're eating the meals or they're tracking their macros or they're actually doing what they say they're doing, which is why I like training people who are in bodybuilding, because they're dedicated. They've already identified dedication. They say, hey, I want to compete in this show in 18 weeks. Goated. We can get you there, no problem. We know your height, your weight cap, we know what you got to drop, we know what you want to bring you at on stage, we know how we're going to manipulate water. We can get the plan together, right? And they're going to follow the plan 95% of the time. They're going to follow the plan. You have those people who will be like, fuck that. I'm one of them. There's sometimes I look at my meal plan, especially in the off season, I'm like, could do oatmeal for breakfast, or I could do protein pancakes. So we're going to do protein pancakes, That's just me. That's why I say 95% of the time. Macros will match, right? Like, I usually if I swap stuff out personally, I make sure macros match. I try not to do it much in prep, but there's times when you get tired of the same food. But back to the case, the main issue, people will just say, fuck it, I don't want to do that anymore. Or, I don't really have to be in shape. I just kind of want to get in shape a little bit, but I don't have to be in shape. So I'm going to eat 6 dozen cookies tonight and we'll just see what happens. Like, okay, well, we went through all this process for the last 3 weeks and you were spot on. And then you just let one bad meal turn into a bad day and you ate 7,000 calories that day, right? You just really eliminate a lot of progress that you've made because you just said fuck it for no reason, right? And I get it. That's life. Not everyone's interested in it, but it's what it is. Anyway, I think we're still waiting to figure out exactly how we're doing training tonight. If going to Misfits, I think we're going to Misfits. We're waiting on Sabrina. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna go ahead and get my meal in, kind of watch some YouTube, honestly, get my stuff together and head over to Misfits Social Club. Gonna get a lift in. We have back traps bias tonight, so I'll try to get some good filming in on that. I have a couple exercises I personally prefer that I swap around. And I'll talk through those emphasis, so it'll be there if you want it. But for now, we'll dive in, eat, watch some YouTube, get ready to go train some heavy weight. This is one of my literally favorite things to swap out almost instantly now. I'm supposed to do dumbbell incline rows. Just couldn't really feel it as well, so I'm gonna take a break from it for a couple weeks. And I've opted to load up, so I gotta move the bar and get set up, right? But load up heavy barbell rows, underhanded. Typically, I rotate underhand, overhand. I believe I'll do underhanded today probably, go a little bit lighter. Underhanded today. We might work up to 3 plates, but probably stick closer to 2. Maybe 2 plates and a 25 per side. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'll get this set up, get in some sets, and we'll see if we can get a good pump going. Again, just felt really good the past couple of days, so we'll probably load up. We'll go straight 225, start our working sets.